Welcome everybody to day 18 of the Idea to Income in 28 Days Challenge. My name is Rahila Narejo and I'm inviting you to join me on this 28-day challenge where I am testing out and experimenting with different ideas, different strategies to help me turn my 16 years of offline business experience into an online business. So today is day 18. Let's get started. On our day 18 agenda, what are we going to be doing? First of all, we're going to be talking about the strategic side of Facebook ad marketing, right? Well, I'm not going to get into the tactical of how to create an ad in the Power Editor or the Ads Manager. There's a lot of information online. Just go to YouTube, search it, and you'll find lots of how-to videos in creating Facebook ads. Today, however, I'm going to give you the strategy that I'm using to generate an audience, a ready, eager, hungry audience for me so that when I open the cards to the launch of my product, which is a book, I want them ready and waiting for it so that I don't open up to the sound of crickets. Second item on our agenda, we're going to talk about something called social proof and why it is important for you in social media marketing. And third, I'm going to walk you through the action step, show you what I did in this action step, and give you a little challenge to implement it for yourself. And finally, we're going to give you a preview for day 19. I'm ready. I'm sure you're ready. Let's get started. Now, first of all, the 3 types of Facebook ad traffic. Now, what is traffic? I didn't know what it was when I first started to get into this online business world. I heard gurus saying traffic this, traffic that. So basically, what is traffic is the generation of eyeballs and visitors to whatever web address or site that you want. So that web address or web location could be your Facebook page. It could be your website. It could be a specific landing page where people have to give you their name and email address, right, in exchange for some freebie. Okay, that could also be you're generating traffic. So you're generating eyeballs or visitors to a specific location on the World Wide Web. Now, when we're talking about Facebook ads right now, at this very moment, I believe are the best paid source of traffic. Now, remember how we used to do advertising and marketing? We used to put maybe an ad in the newspaper, an ad in a magazine, right? And if we could afford it, that is, because that was very expensive. Not many of us small business owners could even create a commercial because that was way out of our budget. But now, for very little money, we can target a very wide audience, right? And we can actually calculate and monitor the return on the money we are investing. So this is amazing. Never before in entrepreneurial history has this opportunity presented itself. So why, if you're not using Facebook ads to get eyeballs to your business, to your products and services, then you're missing out big time. And get in on it right now because Facebook advertising is relatively cheap, but as demand goes up, it's probably going to get more expensive, especially for specific markets. Already, if your target audience is in the US or Canada, you're paying way more for the same amount of traffic than you would pay for an audience in Pakistan or let's say Nepal. I got a lot of traffic from Nepal, super, super cheap. Now, there are 3 types of Facebook ad traffic, and subsequently, there has to be 3 different types of Facebook ads that you will design and create specifically for each one of these types of traffic. Now, Facebook is great because you can start off with what we call cold traffic, Okay. And cold traffic is essentially people who do not know you, do not know your brand, do not know your product. Maybe they never even heard of you, that you even exist. So this is what we call cold traffic. And when we first market on social media, when we are going to use ads, the strategy is that we want to cast a wide net. And we want to see who gets entrapped, all right, or who kind of wanders on into that net. And then those who wander on in will be then classified as our warm traffic. Now, warm traffic, we're going to be sending different types of ads. And hopefully we can convert that warm traffic into hot traffic. And what is hot traffic? Hot traffic is basically those people who have recently purchased from you. They've either bought your product or your service. So why I'm sharing this with you is because you cannot have a single strategy for all three types of traffic. Your strategy has to be tailored specifically for each one. And today, the very first ad that I want you to make is what I made. I developed an ad for cold Facebook traffic. So let's see a little bit more about why we want to start with cold. And when we're starting with cold Facebook traffic, the key ingredient for generating or converting cold traffic into warm traffic is something called social proof. Okay. Now, what is social proof? Social proof, if we look at Wikipedia, is essentially a psychological phenomenon. It's where people assume the actions of others in an attempt to reflect the correct behavior for a given situation. Now, that's a lot of psychological mumbo jumbo. Tell me in layman language, Rahila, what does that mean? That means when you shoot an ad out in front of someone who doesn't know you and they look at your ad, they're going to be looking for some signal telling them whether they should engage with your ad or not, whether they should take the desired action. For our ad, it's going to be to like our Facebook page. Now, tell me this, if your Facebook page has only 20 likes or only, 100 likes, what are the chances that a complete stranger is automatically going to want to like your page as well, even though they were slightly interested in your message or what you were offering? The chances go down if there isn't any social proof kind of coaxing this new visitor to like your page or to engage with you. They're just going to turn the other way, and you just wasted your time and resources. So social proof is absolutely essential in online marketing. So this is why we want to generate social proof first. That's going to be our objective for our very first ad. And there are 6 types of social proofs. And the 2 types that we're going to be zooming in on are number 4 and 5. Wisdom of the crowd and wisdom of your friends. The first type of ad that I made, and I want you to try out as well, is designed to tap into the wisdom of the crowd. So what we want is, what is this? This is basically, it's a social proof when a large group of people is seen to be endorsing your brand or your product, okay, or your service. So when a large group of people is seen doing it, it automatically motivates a stranger to do it as well. The second one, wisdom of your friend, we are going to be retargeting people who have liked our Facebook page, but we're not going to retarget them. We're going to retarget their friends. We're going to send the same ad to the friends of people who've already liked our page, because when a strange person comes on your page, a new person, and they get a little symbol right by the like as to who in their friends circle has liked this page as well. And when they see some familiar faces popping up there, they are motivated to like your page too, okay? Now, why are we making such an effort to do all this? The bottom line is, you don't want to pay a lot of money for your social media marketing. You want to be able to get the best price possible. So how do we get that? Well, the more positive response Facebook gets from people when they show your ad, meaning like if Facebook shows my ad to 100 people and only 2 of them respond with the like, right? That's the objective of my ad. If only 2 of them respond, Facebook is going to charge me way more money for each of those likes than if, for example, Facebook had shown my ad to 100 people and 80 of them responded by liking my page, right? So per like per like, you're going to pay less money because Facebook is going to charge you regardless of how many likes you get or you don't get. It's going to charge you for showing your ad to 100 people. Now that price is either going to be distributed across 2 likes or it's going to be distributed across 80 likes, right? So we want to make sure we get the maximum response to our ad each and every time. That's the strategy. So pull out your idea to income blueprint and add on today's action step, which is advertise for likes. Okay. Now let me show you what you need to be careful about when you are designing your Facebook ad. You want to design it so that it becomes irresistible, so that out of the 100 people that see your ad on Facebook, right, 80 people like it. That's what we want. So that's an irresistible Facebook ad. So behind an irresistible Facebook ad, there are 3 elements, and each one of these elements must be in your ad. So first element is a compelling image. Now, I use the video that we designed in the earlier days for my ad. And so if you haven't created your own video, please go back to days 16 and 17 and put together your pain gain video. Now, psychological research shows that what is a compelling image? A compelling image is an image or a series of images, like a video, that elicit a strong emotion. The emotion could be a pain emotion, or the emotion could be a gain emotion. Now, each of these emotions has a different function. If you are creating a pain emotion, you're essentially grabbing the attention of your audience, right? So it's a cold audience, so we need to grab their attention. We need to have a few images there that really trigger pain when they see them. But at the same time, we want to engage the audience. And in order to engage an audience, we need to elicit positive emotions, the gain emotions. This is why I made you design, and I designed my own pain gain video. It's a way for us to put both of these emotions into our video so that it becomes a supersonic compelling image. Got that? So element 1. What's the second element? Second element is you're not just going to have an image, you also want some persuasive copy. You need some text alongside your image that whether or not people are engaged or it grabs their attention, you still have an opportunity to get them through the text. Now, the human brain is designed now, because we've been doing it for so many years, whenever we see words on a paper or page or a screen, our brain automatically reads. So if you have some text there, your cold audience will automatically start to read what's there, what you've written down. And if what they read captures their attention and captures their interest, then your ad essentially is giving them a double punch. You're not only grabbing them with the compelling image, but you're also hooking them with your persuasive copy. So I'll share with you what I wrote down in my ad, so you get an idea of what you can do with yours. And now, what's the third element? The third element in an irresistible Facebook ad is you want to make sure your ad is being shown to your ideal buyer. You want to target your ad to an audience that is most likely going to purchase from you later on down the line. All right. And if you can target the right audience, it'll be easy for you to turn a cold audience into a warm audience. And then that warm audience into a hot audience, people who buy from you. Now, for my Facebook ads, I started targeting with a general interest. Since my book is about workplace career advice, it's career coaching. So my general interest audience targeting was for career development, job hunting, job interviews, right? So these were the terms that I put into my general interest when I was defining my audience. All right, so you got the three elements. Now let me share with you the two different types of ads I ran. The first ad that I ran is basically a like ad. The objective of this ad was to get as many likes as possible for my Facebook page called Workplace Sanity by Rahila Narejo. Now, why would I want to generate likes? What I just told you, that's why social proof. So if I can get a significant number of people already liking my page, and these are going to become warm people, then subsequently whoever comes to the page through other advertising or through other channels of generating traffic will be more likely to like my page as well. So let me give you the rundown on this ad. So I ran a like ad, that was the objective. And as you can see, I used a screenshot from the pain gain video I developed, and then I uploaded into my Facebook page banner area. I also put in some copy, and if you go through the copy, you'll see why this is persuasive copy, especially for if you are someone who is stuck and frustrated, being stripped of your dignity and craving to someday maybe, right? You see there's this cliffhanger. You want to know what is written after the word maybe. So the copy is compelling, the image is also interesting, there's something coming up. And there's a picture of a face looking straight at you. So if anytime you have a face, which is my own face, looking at you, making eye contact, your brain can't help but make eye contact back again. So what's the stats, or what's the rundown on my ad here? I ran this ad from October 15th through the 19th, and I set it at a budget of $1.50 to $2 per day, and I ran it for 5 days. I spent a total of $8.25, and that's US dollars. Now, what did I get in return for $8.25? I got 593 page likes. Not bad, don't you think, right? Well, I started this campaign with barely 500 likes. But if you do the math, if you add 500 and 593, this amount is way more than the total that they make. And that's because people started to share. People started to, I started to get organic traffic that I didn't pay for to the Facebook page as well. All right, so this is one type of ad, which is solely focused on generating likes. Now, a second type of ad that I ran was a video views ad. So I don't know if people like my page, whether they saw the video or not. And I know the video is really powerful because it elicits the pain and gain emotional response. And so if someone can see that video, the chances are they will automatically become a warm audience, but they will also be primed to becoming a hot audience for when I launch my book. So what's in this ad? Again, you see there's persuasive copy right over here. There is the video play button. So if someone wants to watch it, they can click it here. And there's also a little reminder. So something about a book launch. And if you want to get a reminder, this is a third way I'm generating a warm audience, because whenever someone clicks this button, they get taken to a landing page where there is a countdown timer counting down the days to the launch of my book. And if they want an email reminder for when it launches, all they have to do is give me their name and email address. So on the side, I'm also generating an email list of hot potential buyers here, right? So look at the strategies we're using. We're using multiple strategies to do one thing. We want to turn a cold audience into a warm audience, so that when we are ready to launch, open the doors to our business, to our product, when it's ready for sale, we have a hungry, eager, waiting audience just anticipating this opportunity to buy from us. Now, what's the rundown on this ad? Well, again, I ran this ad October 15th through the 19th. The budget I set at $1.50 per day, and I ran it for 5 days, and I barely spent $5. Now, in $5, what did I get? I got 1,746 video views. Now, on Facebook, videos work very well. People are on a social media platform. They want to be entertained. They love to watch videos. And that's why you will also get a really good response for your video ad. Now, of these 1,746, these are 3-second video views. When you go to your Facebook ad manager, you can actually zoom in and see how many of these were actually now 10-second video views, right? Those 10-second video views are important because those are people who were, further engaged into your video, and that shows a greater interest in what you will be offering. And so you will want to retarget those specific people when your cart opens, when your door opens for selling your product or service. Okay, so try this out. Try making a video view ad. Experiment with a few dollars. I mean, over 5 days, I just spent barely $13, $14. And that has already generated me a pretty good pool, a pretty warm audience for me to tap into later on. So that's your action step for today, day 18. You're going to create your video ad for likes. If you like, you can also make one for video views and experiment with that as well. It's up to you. But whichever you do, or if you do both, run them for 5 days at just $1 to $2 per day. Okay? You want to cast a wide net. You want to see who is interested in it. And that way you will be able to then whittle away and zoom in for your subsequent Facebook advertising, a very specific targeted audience, a warm audience. All right, so get busy creating your ad. Tomorrow, day 19, we're going to be looking at how to put together a content strategy. It's no use to generate likes, to generate interest, and then to go cold on everybody, right? Because then you're going to lose that interest that you're building up, that you're even paying for. So we want to create a content strategy of social media posts, and that's going to help us further engage our audience and attract a wider audience at the same time. So all the best, get busy, and good luck with creating your Facebook ad. And I will see you tomorrow.